It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the birds.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.
Huh? Oh. Is the game over yet? God dang. Who had that on their bingo card that the Eagles was going to run up in the house of the Kansas City Chiefs and leave nothing in the cupboards? Like, just take all their food. God, dog. Can't lie. Our boy Richie P, who's on the Rock show, one of the NARPs, actually said that on Thursday. And it was eye-opening to hear him say it because I should have been there with him in terms of the Eagles were a better team if you looked at personnel, but were they going to play as well as their talent suggested? As you tell the itty-bitties, it's not how good you are, it's how well you play. Well, not only are they that talented and they played that well, the Chiefs, as good as they are, did not play good at all. How do you go into a game and never face the blitz and still get pressured? Like, harassed, sacked. What, 6 sacks? Okay, so there's one thing that we have to understand. Actually, there are two. Let's start with one. One is the game plan was to make Jalen Hurts beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Not Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts. Check, that occurred. And two, Patrick Mahomes had to be Patrick Mahomes. The problem is Magic Mahomes didn't show up, or did he? What's interesting about Patrick Mahomes is the regular season Patrick Mahomes is not the Super Bowl Patrick Mahomes, not even the playoff Patrick Mahomes. There is a different version of Patrick Mahomes, as we would say, when it comes to the Super Bowl. Don't believe me? You sure you want to test me? You know we do our homework on this show. Well, I guess you don't believe me. So let's look at this. Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl versus Patrick Mahomes when it's just a regular season game. Not fair, Marcellus. Teams in the Super Bowl are better, okay? That means Patrick Mahomes could get better as well. So this is where I went on that freezing cold take from years ago, was looking at that pattern of Patrick Mahomes in the biggest games, not necessarily playing his best ball. So let's break that thing on down. Shall we? Yes, we shall. But first, y'all know what we got to do.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell y'all about Prize Picks, the best place to win some cold, hard cash while watching the games you love. This app is so easy to use, you'll feel like a GM making moves on game day. All you got to do is pick more or less on a few player stats. Football, basketball, MMA, esports, whatever gets you hyped, they got it. You can play in over 40 states, including California and Texas. Come on now. And the payouts, fast and safe. You hit that winning lineup, oh, your money's in your pocket as quick as 15 minutes. That's quicker than halftime adjustments, baby. Oh, and did I mention Taco Tuesdays? Each Tuesday, Prize Picks hooks you up with discounts on select players so you get even more value. But here's the kicker. New users, Prize Picks will guarantee you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. You ain't got to win. You just got to play. Just use the promo code WileyWins. Download the app, and you're good to go. So whether you're trying to turn $10 into $1,000 cash, or you just want that easy $50 bonus, Prize Picks has you covered. So let's get this money and keep the action rolling, baby. Boy.
We all know it, right? We ain't got to stall. We ain't got to take all day on this one. It's pretty simple. Patrick Mahomes, when we see him in the Super Bowl, is not the same guy we see in the regular season. Don't believe me? Don't believe me? Just watch. Look at this right here. Let's make it bigger. Okay. ChatGPT. If y'all ain't using that right now, let me tell y'all something. Y'all doing the most. Actually, you're doing the least. Y'all need to be on some ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT, hey, man, give me regular season Mahomes and give me Super Bowl Mahomes. Let's see what's happening. Someone that's objective, something that's objective. I don't want to be caught up because I already got a freezing cold take out there saying that the dynasty would end years before it did. 66.6 completion percentage. Passing yards per game, 288.9. Touchdowns per game, 2.19. There you go, ChatGPT. Put that damn 19 there. Interceptions per game, 0.66, and passer rating, 102.1. Okay? All right. Super Bowl performances. I'm not going to bore you with all this, but you can see some round numbers, okay? I want some summations. I want this to be summed up, and more importantly, I want to see these averages. Here we go. Super Bowl averages, 66.3, sounds the same. 265.6 yards per game, sound the same. 2 touchdowns per game, sound the same. Interceptions, 1.4. Wait a minute. That don't sound the same. Let's see. 86.9 pass rate. Wait a minute. That don't sound the same. Okay, here we go. So here it is, the comparison, the key stats. Compare yourself against yourself. Slightly lower in Super Bowls than completion percentage. Slightly, like you got to squint. Passing yards per game decreases in the Super Bowl. 20 or so. What was that, like 22, 23? But you know, that's all right. That's a couple first downs, but it's all right. Touchdowns per game, slightly lower in Super Bowls, 2 to 2.19. 2 is still above 2. It's all right. But this is where he goes. Interceptions, 1.4 versus 0.66, that doubles. He's going to turn the ball over twice as much in the Super Bowl than he does in regular season. You know what that means for your chances? It's not helping. Let's just say that. Even with a 3-2 record, it ain't helping. Notably lower in Super Bowls compared to regular season passer rating. In summary, Patrick Mahomes has led the Kansas City Chiefs to multiple Super Bowl appearances and victories. However, his individual performance metrics in these championship games have generally been below his regular season standards. Factors such as facing top-tier defenses, increased pressure, and game dynamics likely contribute to these differences. That's not true, that last summation, even though, yes, the summation of the averages is true. Reason Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl this year in particular did not look the same as he did even in the regular season, a non-Pro Bowl regular season, good regular season, but not his best, is because Patrick Mahomes came to the realization that my boy Richie P did, that many of you guys who are wearing green did, that team over there was better. So Patrick Mahomes didn't come out playing like Patrick Mahomes. He couldn't be Patrick Mahomes. He had to be more than Patrick Mahomes. And by trying to be more than who he was, like in golf, you try to do too much, you do less. The swing of the stroke in golf, oh, I'm about to hit this ball, shank. In football, just like any other sport, oh, I'm about to go out there, I'm going to carry the team, I got all it. Those plays got to come to you. You can't just make those plays. And Patrick Mahomes looking at Travis Kelce, who doesn't have his fastball anymore, not the same, we know it. Doesn't have any receivers that were deep threats except Xavier Worthy, who's too young and only runs 2 routes. Patrick Mahomes had to press. He came out pressing. See, Philadelphia, they gave the ball to Saquon. They were like, oh, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, they're going to take him out. Jalen, activate. Jalen can activate because he's a big game hunter. Patrick Mahomes is a big game hunter too, but the problem is he didn't have many guys around him with that type of game. They were getting ate up, chewed up front, and then you didn't have the relief because your outlet, safety outlet, your boy Travis Kelce, they could guard him. Your other guys, not deep threats. This field is shrinking right in front of your face. That's why we ain't got a blitz. Why blitz you? Why get ourselves in those positions? Man, we could play man. Yeah, that sounds good. We could zone this. 4. Rush 4 and let's zone it out. I don't think he got the weapons to go beat us methodically up and down this field. As simple as it gets. Simple as it happened. Man, I could have won a lot of money on Prize Pick somewhere if I would have just believed my lying eyes and they were telling me the truth, that the Eagles were so much better in terms of talent that they were going to go out there and play a simple game of we can beat you because we ain't beat ourselves in our mind going into this game. That was a beatdown. Kendrick performance was the best thing happened. Couple commercials. Other than that, that didn't do it for me. That did not do it for me. So beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think. We ain't got to be here all day. What's wrong with Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl? Now, it's not just this year, as that freezing cold take I had told you and suggested. He's done it before. Yeah, there's been other games where you're like, Patrick Mahomes, not Patrick Mahomes. Anybody seen Patrick Mahomes, right? But that game in particular, oh my God. Oh, y'all don't believe me? Watch this. Watch this. I can show you some good games, some bad games, some ugly games. Patrick Mahomes. Look at this right here. 61 completion, 78 passer rating. Win the game. When you win the game, nobody tripping. But that ain't a good day. Then the next one, even worse. They lose that one. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's when I was like, I don't think there's a dynasty, y'all. Their quarterback has a 52 passer rating. No touchdowns. But then, like he made right now. Wake up call. Then he wins, and he looks pretty good. 21-27, damn good. Excellent. Passer rating, 131, 3 touchdowns, no interception. Then he comes back, 2 touchdowns, a pick, 99. And pretty good. Not great. Then we saw last night. Yuck. Still kind of salvaged it with those empty stats, but empty calorie stats as y'all call it. But that's what I'm talking about. So be it up in the comments. Tell me what you really think. Let's go there. I think that Patrick Mahomes gets into those big game moments. There's got to be something about what he sees around him and not trusting in that talent. And there's something about him that presses a little, because ain't no way you have that much inconsistency in the biggest game with a guy that we trying to say is the baby GOAT. Tom Brady like, nah. I know, corny. That's who I am. All right, make sure you go to Prize Picks, play $5, get $50 instantly. Use the code Wiley Wins. Please do that. And while you're at it in the giving spirit, why don't you be like I can't even say my man. Whoever Sean Casey is, thank you. One-time $140 donation. That's a girl and a boy name, Sean Casey. I don't know. But whoever you are, Sean Casey, we thank you. The itty bitties thank you for the education, empowerment, the resources to give them exposures and experiences so they can see excellence. Yep, we show these itty bitties different pathways to success so they don't get caught up in no narratives. You know what I mean? Like that. Sean Casey. I want to make sure I can read your name as well. Can I? Oh, I'm ready to rap. But before I rap, if you are a giver every month, you become a gym member. And the gym member gets this book, Never Shut Up. Life Opinions and Unexpected Adventures of an NFL Outlier, dude. It's pretty good. It's a really good book, actually. High 4748 on Amazon. Yeah, the book good. If you think I'm entertaining, wait till I tell you everything like I did in that book, okay? So without further ado, one of the craziest cliche statements ever, further ado. But let's get into it. Let's get some further ado. How should I wrap this one? I think this should be West Coast. Yeah, this was a beat down. This was one of those things. Let's get into it. Deal? Deal. All right, West Coast. West see it for Leah near. Golly. I mean, a beat down. Beat down. Come on, y'all. Let's get that. Let's get that. Let's get that. Yeah. Regular season king. And then it's a Super Bowl sting. Ooh, Patrick Mahomes in the regular do his thing, but last night wasn't it. Let's go. Check it. It's Mahomes in the zone, throwing dimes with the chrome. Regular season flex, man, sitting on the throne. Yeah, lights get bright. Super Bowl in sight. Stats start slipping like he lost his mic. Woo. Throwing picks, no tricks. Defense got him shook. Pressure in your face. Man, where your playbook? Taking sacks, falling back, crowds going quiet. Meanwhile, Brady somewhere laughing. Ooh, what a riot. Mahomes be the king from September to January, but come Super Bowl time, man, it's looking kind of scary. Ooh, Tom Brady somewhere laughing, sipping on his tea, counting 7 rings like, kid, you can't beat me. Ooh, Arrowhead's Prince, yeah, he got that flair, but in the bowl, he fold like a cheap lawn chair. Stop it. Passing yards dropping, QBR flopping, Brady in the cut like, that's why I'm still popping. TB12 got them ice cold veins. Mahomes trying to catch up, but he's stuck in the rain. Ooh. From Tampa to the Bay, Brady still to go. While Patty throwing ducks, trying to stay floating. Super Bowl. Well, it's no hate, just facts. Watch the tape, no cap. Brady got the blueprint. Mahomes in the trap. 5 O's deep, but the stats don't lie. While Brady on the yacht with the Lombardi high, I'm over here E40 in this thing. So Patty grinding, your story ain't done. He's a ghost in the Raptors, son. He already won. Yep. Next time you step up, bringing that regular season heat, because Brady's somewhere laughing with his feet up on the seat. Yeah. Mahomes, what happened to you last night? Don't tell me that, boy, you didn't have that fight. Don't tell me, boy, that you wasn't ready. Boy, how come your regular season in the Super Bowl ain't steady? Man, can't tell it, can't fail it. That's a test you can't do. Inhale it. Breathe, brother, breathe. Man, because your team had to leave, brother. Your team had to leave, brother. Leave. I tried to hit it with a little E40 specific and give props to E40. That was hard as hell to do. Damn, what happened? That was a bad game.